This is the island of Koh Rong in Cambodia. I arrived last night from the island of Kood in Thailand, in Trat province. And it was a good 9-hour journey by bar sand speedboat. Here's a wider view of where the island's located. I'm just going to go for a swim along this beach here, which is the main beach of the island, I think. The main settlement of Kood on the island, where all the shops and most of the accommodation is down this way, about 5 or 6 kilometres. Nice white sand beach, and you know, the water's pretty clear. Can't complain about that. This is the life. I might just wander up the beach towards those white umbrellas up there and see if I can grab myself a nice coconut or something. The sand is very white and powdery, and the water, you know, it's lovely here, nice and clean. But like all places, or most places in Southeast Asia, there's the hidden trash, which you can see at the back of the beach there. They just keep dumping all their plastic everywhere, which is sad to see. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to wander around. This is my first morning on the island. I've got 4 days here. When you head west from Kood here on Koh Rong, you go through a pretty rough dirt road for a patch, and then it becomes a sealed road, and then you'll come to a point where the road is sort of blocked off, and then you have to turn right. I parked the bike at that spot, and I've walked up this beach. I've walked up to this point, but there's a man in that little dwelling there blocking any further attempt to walk up this beach. So I guess, you know, only for the people that stay in the royal sands. But nonetheless, I've just been swimming here and it's really lovely. So I got this part of the beach to myself. This is, I think, the Royal Sands Pier, because the Royal Sands Resort is just there. This beach, I believe, goes by the name of Sok Sand Beach, or even Long Beach, because it's the main beach on the island. And you know, this is my first morning here, and I've got to say, this is a lovely beach. Probably the best beach on the island from what I've heard. And so now I'm just going to hop back on the scooter and just have a look around further north on this island. Well, they've blocked this entrance off too, so this is the entrance to the Royal Sands Resort. So I'm just going to keep on going up this way. Yeah, so this is up towards the northern end of Sok Sand Beach, or Long Beach, here on Koh Rong. And I'm just going to be making my way further north along the sealed road that away. I had to walk sort of towards the beach from the road, park the bike halfway towards the beach and then walk through the sand. But you know, the island does have a certain natural rugged beauty about it. Well, here's the condition of the road here on Koh Rong. It's pretty good, but like there's nothing much to see along the main road. Like there's no shops or anything. You've just basically got to wait until you come across a sign for a resort where you turn off, and there'll be a collection of restaurants or something based around one of the resorts there. One back there was, I think, Golden Beach Resort or something like that. So I didn't really venture too far today on the first day. here it is towards 5 o'clock. Everyone's jostling to get the right sunset spot, I suppose. But it's a fairly sandy island. I mean, you can see in the distance there's the mountains and that, but so I'm staying in a place back from the beach, which is where you walk up a hill and it's like the start of the jungle. And yeah, that's not too bad, but there's a lot of mozzies around. Yeah, so people, if you haven't got a scooter, you get around in one of these little remorques. But today I've just been pulling over and sort of making my way to the coast there and finding an isolated spot. You can, you know, there's no one around, you can skinny dip basically, and no one's going to disturb you. But tomorrow I might head a bit further around to Lonely Beach. Once again, stray dogs, a bit of a problem here. But I'm just going to maybe have a bit of a rest. I had a lovely feed today around there. Noodles with shrimp, so that was really good. Yeah, so I guess that's just impenetrable bush or jungle up there. Don't know what they've done here. They've probably just cleared it for drainage. Yeah, it looks like a bit of a mess really, but that's the thing about the Cambodians, you know, they don't really give a shit what things look like, you know. They cleared this, and I don't know when they paved this, but it probably wasn't that long ago. But you know, at least they've done a good job with the road. Dry season, it's good, you can get around easy. As you come up towards the main tourist area at Koh there's a section of dirt road again, and it gets a little bit potholed, but I don't know whether you can hear me too well with the wind noise. Yeah, so a couple of more hours of daylight, but that's where they've blocked off the road. But yeah, I swam up there this morning. Here you go. I thought I'd film the rough bit of road leading into the main bit of town. Some people forget what fucking side of the road they're supposed to be riding on, right? They still think they're in Thailand. Over in Cambodia, we ride on the right side. So it's a little bit rough here. Well, I'm on a straight stretch here in the middle of the island, and unfortunately for this place, there's an airport being built. It's already been approved by all the big wigs. You can see here the formal announcement, and at the back here you can see it's already under construction. So what the disturbing thing about the whole thing is, I think they've got plans for casinos and stuff like that here. So here's the airport layout. Runway and terminal plan. But you can see here in light blue anyway, casino, which would be that that complete sort of northeast precinct. So there you go. I'm heading this away to Lonely Beach. So there you go, there's the airport under construction. In about 3 or 4 years, who knows, they might be just flying them in from all over the joint. So Lonely Beach is about 12 kilometers in this direction. Another truckload of sand goes into the airport. I mean, does the Cambodian government really think that truckloads of Chinese gamblers are going to be flying in here and filling up the casinos? I don't know. It's just development gone crazy. You know, they have a special little island here, and they just don't know how to maintain it. Like I say, you know, they don't really care where they throw everything, and then it just stays there because no one can be bothered cleaning anything up. And what you're left with half the time is a total mess. But they don't seem to worry about aesthetics or anything. You know, whatever it looks like, it could look like an absolute dump. They really wouldn't care. But you know, it's such a shame because it's such a lovely, naturally beautiful island with crystal clear water and lovely white sand beach, natural sand, that's just nice and powdery, you know. Anyway, this is what it is today, February the 3rd, 2025. Yeah, another truck coming in. Well, I went past this sign, but I'm a little early. No cocktails till 1 o'clock. Lonely Beach is that away. Well, we're on the mangrove side of the island. There are some lovely swimming spots just out there, but along the mangrove shoreline, I'm going to have myself a mango shake just here. Whatever the hell they call this joint. Palm Beach Bungalows, I guess. Here we are. 4 kilometers to go. Looks like these guys missed the turn. Cheers, buddy. Alright. Time to head down there too. Okay, wow. On the way to heaven, they say. Road not for beginners. That looks alright. So, I got my trusty little horse. The boys there invited me in for a drink, but I just want to hit the water. Hit the water and have a nice cooling swim. We got the buffalo grazing through the land there. So it's another 2 kilometers, I think, up there, and then I'm just going to chill out. Well, I just parked the bike there, and I'm going to walk best part of 1 kilometer, I guess. Not that away, but this away. Through the jungle at least. Better than walking in the sun. Pretty peaceful place. Nice. Well, they call this place Lonely Beach, and for good reason, I guess. Bit of a trek to get here. So it's about 14 kilometers from the main night area there at Kood, where you get the ferry to Sihanoukville and the like. And so I made a stop there where that cocktail place was. That's called Palm Beach. So this is night 3 coming up. I've got 4 nights in all on Koh Rong, and yeah, so I haven't really been going hell for leather, you know, in terms of exploring the island. I've just been taking it pretty slow. So yesterday, you know, I just swam there on Long Beach, And that's the way to do these type of islands, I think. Just take your time. You know, it's taken me, half a day to get around here. Just called in for a mango shake there at Palm Beach, which was really nice, by the way. But at least here it's shaded. Like I say, I think it's about a kilometre's walk, because they get you to park the bike back there with a warning that it's rough road. But I mean, bit sandy and the like. But anyway, that sign they put up back there about road not for beginners, I mean, that was so easy. But it is dry season. I guess it would become a bit of a muddy mess during the rainy season, hence the sign. Be fun and games then, I guess. But yeah, quite easy. So if you're thinking of coming out, so it's February now, right? And one thing I've noticed about this island is it's very humid, and the nights are warm, even though this is the cool, dry season. Compared to the likes of Kood and Koh Chang in Thailand, where you go for a ride at night, think about putting a jacket on, because it gets quite cool in February. Can you believe it or not? But anyway, yeah, that's what I've noticed. This is I guess a bit further south, so but ooh, looks like we're coming up on something. Well, there you go. I could have even ridden the scooter here. You just disobey the signs and keep going. Someone's been here before. But I parked at the second parking station. Most of the bikes were at the first one. And I guess, you wouldn't want to ride through this thick sand anyway, but yeah, that'd be a nice place to park. Okay, well, that's where I came from, and we've arrived. Just gonna get myself a little posse up here. Ah, yes. Well, I guess despite the isolation, if you can call it that, there's still a few young backpacker types that make the journey up here, and I guess people stay up here as well, which is well away from all the action around at Koh Rong, the other side of the island. But it's pretty chill and pretty laid back here. I like it. Yeah, probably more of a place for young people that like a bit of adventure, get out on the scooter. Not too many oldies around this side of the island, but I like it. It's really good. I like both sides. The beautiful white sand from Long Beach, and the sort of this more jungle feel over this side, which is really nice as well. There's lots of little garfish around. You can see them in the water. The water's very clear. There seems to be some sort of bar or something, or a restaurant up that way, which I'll definitely check out shortly. There we have it. Jungle life, beach life. For those inclined to work out. But who'd want to? Whenever you come to places like this, there's always some weird guy hanging around. That's the guy. You know, the type of person you just sort of say hello to, but they just ignore you and look through you. Anyway, he's just staring at the water at the moment. Weird. Alright, it's 4:30 and I'm calling in for a $2 cocky. Now that I'm heading back, I thought I'd call in, see what all the fuss is about. This was the joint that I had my mango shake at earlier. We'll see what the bar's doing, eh? Here's the menu, and after 3 margaritas, I'm going to try one of his Cosmos. Can you blame me? I rode back to my bungalow just before dark, more drunk than I should have been,